Guys, welcome back to another video. So in the last week or so, we have seen the revitalization of older Xbox 360 games in terms of the online component and the matchmaking. Call of Duty has come back from Call of Duty 4, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, all the older Call of Duties that were the best times for the franchise. That's when the game came into prominence. That's when it really became a culture in video games and have made Activision and Call of Duty the franchise that they are today. It's actually insane what happened over those years to put Call of Duty on the map, where they literally make so much money, far more than any other game every year that they are released. But one of the things that has been happening over the last couple of years is the new Call of Duties that have been coming out. We've seen it from the community's perspective, more and more dissatisfaction compared to the older games. So when they revitalized those old games, a lot of people were excited and felt like they were back in the golden age of Call of Duty. And they've also done the server fixes with another game called Shadowrun, which is an awesome Xbox 360 multiplayer game. Very unique, very fun. And I remember when it was announced how hyped I was for that game, even though I hadn't really heard too much about it before seeing a couple of trailers and then jumping into it. And then the other massive multiplayer games on the Xbox 360, probably one of the main reasons why people bought an Xbox 360, was Gears of War. And it looks like Xbox is also doing the same thing here with the original Gears of War titles. You had Clobril here tweeting out that classic Call of Duty titles, Gears of War 1, 2, 3, Shadowrun and more are receiving matchmaking and server fixes by Xbox during the last few weeks. And Pure Xbox here says that they can't 100% confirm the nature of the changes, but we can say that finding matches on Gears 1 does seem to have improved. So if you are looking to go and jump back in to the OG original Gears game, see what it was all about. I remember playing Gears of War for hours and hours, coming home from school, coming home from high school, I think I was at that time, and just sitting on that game and how much fun it was and how different it was. I mean, I was used to first person stuff and the faster Twitch reactions with first person shooters. And then Gears of War came in and there was, I think, a lot more strategy involved, a lot more team based stuff, and just the third person action that was there with the shotgun. It was just an awesome game. I remember the parties, chats that I was in playing this game back in the day. So hearing that they are revitalizing those servers as well just brings a ton of nostalgia, but it also calls into question to why they would be doing this. Maybe they are looking to see the want for playing these older Gears games for the Marcus Phoenix collection or the Gears collection that we've been hearing rumored so many times. I think that would be a great thing to do. If you think about how awesome the Halo Master Chief collection is, I've said this multiple times on my channel, but I think that is the best compilation of games in a single package that has ever been released, going through all of those Halos with all of the single player content and then all of the non-stop multiplayer content that they're still bringing updates to. I feel like Gears could almost be up to that level if they were to put a collection of Gears 1 to 3 together with all of the multiplayer content in there, all of the single player content, and just having it in one place, and then potentially bringing in some more updates to it, bringing in stuff that wasn't in the original releases and adding it to the multiplayer maps and stuff like that. I think that would be super cool. And I know a lot of people would be hyped. I was somewhat disappointed when they didn't show off something about the Gears collection if it was in the works at the Xbox showcase, but we'll see. Maybe this is a test, see how many people are interested in checking these games out. And overall, maybe they are up to something here in revitalizing some more backwards compatibility games, because we know that they shut down the program, but the backwards compatibility on the Xbox to me is one of its biggest strong points this generation. I know people love to make fun of backwards compatibility and playing old games. Why would you buy a Series X to play old games and all this stupid stuff? It is amazing what Xbox did this generation, going all the way back to the OG Xbox, and I hope that they continue to bring more improvements to backwards compatibility like they are doing here with multiplayer action. Now let's jump over here. Let's talk about Sarah Bond. Sarah Bond has been teasing stuff, or seemingly been teasing stuff, over the last couple of days with her emojis, and it has a lot of people talking, including myself, thinking, why would this executive at Xbox, knowing how the community is going to take this with the speculation, why would she be putting out these emojis pointing towards games that would get people excited of if these games were going to be coming onto the Xbox Game Pass, I should say, because they're already on the Xbox platform, but into Xbox Game Pass. And she clarified what she was doing here. She says, didn't mean to confuse by starting with a bunch of Game Pass games. This is just a game about games, no hidden messages about Game Pass or anything else. I'm an emoji fan. On a long flight, I made these game name emoji puzzles and decided to share just for fun. And I always find this hilarious because you have to think, right? If you're an executive at Xbox, if you're Phil Spencer, if you're anybody under him that follows the community on social media, follows the Xbox community, you must know by putting stuff out like this, people are going to be talking and people are going to be thinking that this is hinting at content, hinting at games coming onto the platform. So I guess from what she is saying here, there's no hidden message. I'm still a little bit skeptical. I don't know. I feel like I want to be skeptical about this, and I still want to speculate that maybe Elden Ring still is coming to Game Pass. Maybe there's something to do with the Resident Evil that she showed off, or that she did with her emojis game the other day. But it could really literally be exactly what she said here, that it means nothing. And then the other thing is when she took the picture of the Sega building on the train and played it off like it was nothing, just after we had heard that Microsoft and Xbox were looking to acquire Sega. So just all this stuff here, just to, I guess, mess with us and get us talking about it, or at least continuously talking about Xbox and the brands. So right now, don't expect any of those games to be coming over to Xbox Game Pass. Now, I saw this here and I thought this was pretty cool, so I figured I should mention it in case anybody's interested. And there are some new features from the latest Xbox Insider updates in the Alpha Skip Ahead program. So this will be coming out to everybody at some point in the future, but it has to do with mapping of your buttons on your Xbox controllers. And specifically, you are soon going to be able to map keyboard buttons to your Xbox controllers. This is a tweet here. It says, for the Xbox Elite Wireless Controller Series 2 and the Xbox Adaptive Controller, the Xbox Accessories app now supports mapping keyboard keys to your controller. So I feel like that could come in handy in some way for people who have that keyboard mindset when they're playing on a controller, and it just gets better recognition for you when you're quickly trying to figure out what you want to do. But that looks like is something that is coming down the line in the future. Maybe they're testing it out to see how useful it is, especially for, the Xbox Adaptive Controller. I think that's where it really would help. But if you're somebody who's always played on your controller, you're probably not going to make that correlation with keyboard buttons to Xbox buttons. And let us jump over here and let's talk about some Xbox controllers in a different way that I usually don't care too much about these crazy promotions that they do. But this one here I saw and I was like, I wish they would actually release these things because I love TMNT, I love pizza, and I think these actually look pretty cool. And Xbox announced a collaboration with Turtles Mutant Mayhem, which is a movie that is coming out. And it's with pizza-themed Xbox controllers that actually smell like pizza, which is pretty crazy. It says that with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem on the way, Xbox is collaborating with the film to bring us pizza-themed controllers in an exclusive giveaway. The best part about these pizza-themed controllers is that they literally smell like pizza. Each controller will have a scent diffuser that is shaped like a slice of pizza. So there you go. You can see the controller here itself. You can potentially get one of these, but you have to enter in a sweepstake. You have to go on Twitter, or I guess, is it X now? I don't know what we're calling it, but X, like your X accounts, and X it. I don't know what you would call it, but retweet it and then push the hashtag in there that they have there to get entered into the giveaway. And yeah, then they will pick a winner. So it says here, if you're living in New York City or will be in the area on August 2nd from 4 to 7 p.m., you can check out the controllers for yourself in person and play in the Xbox gaming lounge. So if you do live in the area, you can actually go and see what these controllers are actually like. And these sweepstakes will run until August 13th, 2023. All right, let's jump over here and let's talk about some big news here when it comes to the business side of the video game industry. We got another huge purchase here from Tencent, as they have now the majority stake in Techland, as we know, the developers behind the beloved Dying Light series. And here is, they put out a letter, a press report talking about this, and they mentioned Tencent here, just kind of what they are thinking going forward, what's going to happen with their IPs. And here's what Techland says. Today, I'm happy to announce the partnership with Tencent, who are in the process of becoming Techland's majority shareholder. Teaming up with Tencent will allow us to move full speed ahead with the execution of the vision for our games. We have chosen an ally who has already partnered with some of the world's finest video game companies and helped them reach new heights while respecting their ways of doing things. We will retain full ownership of our IPs, maintain creative freedom, and continue to operate the way we believe is right. I'm also going to continue serving as the studio's CEO. So I couldn't be happier about us making this giant step ahead towards the future and sharing this moment with you. And then thanks everybody for their energy and everything like that. So Techland. Tencent is now going to be the majority shareholder and the majority stake in this company. And it's a string of acquisitions, a string of purchases, a string of shares and stakes that Tencent has purchased. We go down here into their list and all of their investments that they have made. And it is just nonstop. They are continuing to expand. They are continuing to get investments, small, big, medium size, in video game companies across the entire world. You even see here companies like Ubisoft, they have about a 10% stake. Got From Software here with about 16.25% stake. Supercell, an 84% stake. The Sumo Group, 100%. Riot Games, 100%. And the list goes on and on. You can go check out the entire list yourself. But this is just another big move here by Tencent. A company that I would say, if I'm choosing between Tencent or Xbox, that I would rather be making acquisitions or purchasing things, I would much rather Xbox. I mean, for a multitude of different reasons, not just because I'm an Xbox fan, but I mean, I'm not going to get into that now. However, it's crazy how they are continuing to grow. And the amount of pushback that Xbox got with Activision Blizzard, when they aren't even going to be ahead of Tencent after this. And Tencent is all the time, we're going to continue to see them doing small investments here, doing small investments there, getting majority stakes here until they're continuing to expand. This is kind of the way that the industry is going. Consolidation is continuing from these major players within the industry. And you can look at this as really bad, or you can look at this as maybe this will help push these smaller developers to be able to create better games that they wouldn't be able to previously because they just didn't have the investment. Generally, I'm not a fan of major consolidation within the industry, but of all of the companies out there, Tencent is one I would say that keep your eye on. And going forward, they are going to be the biggest. They are the biggest player, and they're going to continue to be the biggest player because they're continuing to make these investments with very little pushback from regulators, from all of that type of stuff. So we will see here what other stuff Tencent has coming down the line, but this is going to be a battle going forward, and we're going to continue to see companies like PlayStation and Xbox realizing that they need to be able to compete with a company like Tencent. In order to do that, they're going to have to go out and make more acquisitions, which is why I do think there will be future acquisitions from Xbox down the line and from PlayStation. Let's end off here talking about Call of Duty 2023, the upcoming game. There's been speculation forever that it is Modern Warfare 3. I loved the original Modern Warfare 3. It's actually the one now that I've been playing a decent amount of in terms of the backwards compatibility stuff. It's really awesome, like how still how good that game does hold up. But the new Modern Warfare 3 was in speculation that will be coming out in 2023, and that is now pretty much been confirmed, as there are leaks here for the actual advertising for the game. It says here, the cardboard boxes in the two photos shared on Twitter feature a dour looking Captain Price outlined with red rim lighting with the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 stamped over him. The front and back labeling of a Monster Energy drink can are below, with the backside of the can featuring Simon Ghost Riley and a QR code. And you can see it here. It's obvious, right? Modern Warfare 3, that is what is coming in the next Call of Duty announcement that, from what we understand, is going to be coming out in November. I believe that's what was talked about or leaked in the Xbox Activision merger documents that came out that we were able to look through, that the next Call of Duty would be coming out this November. And we also know that some of your content from Modern Warfare 2 is going to be able to carry over to Modern Warfare 3. And the whole talk about this upcoming Call of Duty was whether it was going to be a full premium release, which it will be, or was it going to be something that was just downloadable content type of thing and just a continuation for Modern Warfare 2. And it kind of like I've said previously, this seems like a kind of a mix. If you're going to be able to actually carry over some of your stuff that you've unlocked and paid for in Modern Warfare 2 into Modern Warfare 3, they are mixing these two together. And I don't remember if they've done this before in Call of Duty. I feel like they haven't. So I think overall that is a good thing going forward, especially because it's going to be very similar. I'm assuming it's going to be very similar looking, a very similar feeling Call of Duty as Modern Warfare 2, with some updated maps, an updated campaign, and all of that type of stuff. So look forward to the announcement of Modern Warfare 3 which will be the next upcoming Call of Duty. But I will leave the video there, guys. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up. If you are new here, hit that subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.